Hey guys, I want to jump in here today and start with, I want to open up about something, but I'm very excited about today's video. A lot of value I'm going to share, so bear with me here. Let me open up, just be real, raw, honest about something. I had a realization yesterday after the video, and it's something I've been dealing with for months now. Because of the market that we're in, I've not been giving many trade ideas, especially to the upside, of course, because of the market that we're in. And it's been a bit of a mental juggle with me of like, yeah, I see my view count, right? And I know people want ideas. People like to click buttons at times. But look, what I want to say is I had this realization yesterday, and it's something that I'm going to hang my hat on when this market does clean up and we go back into that easy follow through rally that is coming. Okay, I've been talking about this every video for the last at least week. It is coming again. Okay, we're in a corrective period right now, but we will change character, confirm, and resume a rally in the US stock market. Okay, the market corrects and then it rallies. It's what happens. Okay, over time the market goes up. Anyways, we will be back into that. But what I realized yesterday, and frankly, I'm proud of this, and I want to address it. What I've done over the last 5 months, or more specifically like the last 3 months, as the market has sort of been topping out, and I've been warning everyone to scale it back, size it down, look at the daily, weekly, monthly. If we lose these levels, we're going to correct. Okay, raise cash, be ready for these sort of things. And I had this realization that I'm now proud of, is that I'm protecting my people. Okay, yeah, I know it's not sexy to come in here every day and not give you, trade ideas and triggers every single day, that I will be doing when the market resumes its rally. But I think it's more important, and I think we're addressing something. Listen, the models are easy, okay? Especially when we're in that follow-through environment. The models are easy. They trigger, you pull the trigger, they work more often than not. The Triple R is a money printer. All 6 of my models outperform the market, period, right? None of that is difficult to understand, but I think what I've just realized that I am actually really proud of is the fact that I'm helping protect my people's capital. And not everyone is my people, right? I've got a few dozen students, but I get, I don't know, anywhere from 60 to a couple hundred views on these videos a day. So like, there's people watching in the shadows, and thank you for being here. I've had people reach out that are not in my boot camp, that I'm not working with, mentoring directly, that have told me that the analysis has helped protect them through this difficult time. And this is a difficult time. Guys, we've been in a choppy snap market for a while, and I've learned very hard lessons in these sort of markets. I've been using this quote by Stanley Druckenmiller a few times recently, is that 80% of the people make 80% of their money in the rallies and then kill themselves in the turns. It's so true. And between that quote and a lot of the feedback that I've been getting recently, multiple people reaching out telling me that it's helped them to not chop themselves up and do real damage to their account in a very difficult period of the market that will go away. And they're confident and excited for when that rally does resume, or when the change of character confirms and we go back into an uptrend in the US market. So like, I don't have the exact words on what I'm feeling, but it re-energized me to come in here and to just keep doing what I'm doing. I don't give a shit about like follower count. Okay. Obviously I'm putting a lot of time into this. I'd like to see it grow. Okay. It would help, like just a simple like helps do that. I saw a factor where it's like every like makes YouTube show it to 100 more people. Like, you guys help me on that end. If you just punch a like button and more people see this, if I can help more people, that's so inspiring to me to keep doing it. Okay. It's just that simple. I don't have to be doing this, but I want to. It's become my outlet. I'm speaking to myself 97% of the time when this camera is on. I need to hear these things. But what I am, just one last time, I'm proud to have felt that reality that I'm helping people right now protect themselves in a difficult time, because I see a lot of noise out there and a lot of people telling people to predict and press buttons, and I'm seeing a lot of people get hurt, and a lot of my people aren't. I don't know if no one has reached out to me and said they're getting hurt right now. Okay. If anything, they're sized down and keeping a pulse on the market, okay? Taking some wins, taking some losses, waiting for the follow-through market to come back. Like, guys, great freaking work, great work. And I appreciate those of you that have reached out and said things that helped me to realize that what I am doing, even though it's not sexy and coming in here giving names and buttons to go press every day, it's still helping. I know it helps me because I need to remind myself every day, we're in a clear downtrend in the market. Why am I going to try to predict bottom and try to long things right now? Okay, I would say, I'm going to touch on this in the video, I'm not even where I would like to be from an investment footing. And I want to talk about that today, but I will start with, as we normally do, market breadth. Guys, we are still below the 200. We are still making lower lows, lower highs. None of that has changed very quickly. I have to do this because, some people are seeing me for the first time, a changing character, okay, for me to be remotely interested and changing my not bias. It's not bias. I don't give a shit which way the market goes, okay? But my tune, or I am slightly bearish right now. Of course, we're in a daily and weekly downtrend in the U.S. stock market, okay? And we're testing the monthly level, right? So obviously I'm bearish, but for that to change, we need to do something very simple. It happens every single time coming out of a corrective market. We need to start taking out the recent lower highs and making higher lows. And it looks something like this and building above, okay? If we can't do that, then any pops are a lower high threat that you don't want to be buying, because if they roll it, you bought a fake out. It's that simple. How do I not get manipulated? The markets are manipulated. Sure. Okay. Absolutely. The markets can feel and I would say are manipulated at times. And how do you prevent that? That doesn't change the fact that you don't have to be manipulated. It's still up to you to not be manipulated by the markets. How do you do that? Learn breadth, learn structure, learn trend, continuation, follow through, signal, different things. Like, I teach all that stuff, but I mean, it's as simple as don't be manipulated by buying an up day in a downtrend, okay? A single up day or a sequence of 2 up days mean nothing, okay? They're dead cat bounces, they're relief rallies, whatever you want to call them. If they don't take out recent swing highs and then make higher lows and continue that, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You're exposing yourself to what will feel like manipulation if you buy a bunch of longs and the market rolls. Okay, you see a tweet by Trump or whatever it is that pops us up for a day or two, and you go long, and then we don't actually even change character, let alone confirm, and the market rolls again because, like, this is structural, okay? This is what topping cycles look like, and we are nowhere near max pain, okay? I would say there's still plenty of downside if the markets are going to really correct. Don't get caught up in that trying to guess bottom here without a signal of bottom. We don't have a signal. Our signals are downtrend, period. We are in a downtrend. So, that is my market breadth. It hasn't changed. It does not change. The Qs, same thing, guys. We're below the 200. If we do not pop up above the recent swing high, pull back, make a higher low, and push back through the area, I could care less, okay, about long-sided price action at this time. I will change my tone when that happens, when we change character and confirm. It's not happening right now. RSP, same deal, guys. We're sitting on a cliff. IWM looks like the best out of the 3 indexes that I really like to track. We'll see. We'll see. This does look a little bit better. It just did take out the recent. Okay, I didn't actually notice that this morning. But yeah, so it took out its recent swing high right here. So see what it does. Okay, does it pull back and make a higher low and then push back up through that area? I don't know. Is the oil trade going to sell off or whatever? Are we going to stabilize in the Middle East, and maybe rate cuts are going to come back and the small caps are going to front run the rally of the broader markets? We'll see. But that's all speculation at this time, and you don't have to speculate, because what happens when you change character? You make a higher high, higher low, and then you start to rally. This is a triple R that you can buy. This is. I mean, guys, come on. You don't have to guess the first one, all right? I don't want to say that again, because I know a lot of you are watching every day, and I've been saying this every day, but it matters. This is what we're looking for, all right? So until those things happen, I have to respect the downtrend that we are in. So today, what do I want to talk about? A few things. I want to talk about an idea. I want to review an idea that I gave earlier in the week, and I want to talk about longer term and investing, which is not something I do that often on this channel. I'm a swing trader primarily 3 days to 3 months. But of course I invest, and I'm building a tool that helps simplify that, and I've just added a new model to it. I'm continuing to add names to it. We'll get to it. I'm very excited, but the reason I want to do that is I had another person reach out and ask me, does Triple R work on the monthly? I'm sorry, they said, does this model work for investing or longer term? Hell yes, it's actually even cleaner. what it requires is patience. Most people don't have that. So if you are actually somebody who has proven to be patient in these markets, I have a hell of a model for you that we'll cover here. Let me start with kind of what we normally talk about here. So the other day I talked about relative strength, and obviously 3 out of 4 stocks follow the market, and we're in a downtrend. So I'm not really anxious to be trading upside of price action, no matter how strong things look. And it doesn't mean I won't try it from time to time. I tried something in utilities the other week, and it didn't quite work out for me. I actually haven't looked back at it. Yeah, it's holding up decently. But yeah, I think I lost 30% on this contract, but it was 1/8 size of a single unit, very minor. But I tried to take it on a shake and go back through the level as XLU was looking to break to all-time highs. XLU was up here triggering as well, along with NEE utilities and energy were the only 2 attractive looking sectors at the time. I gave it a shot. I had a very tight stop. It didn't work. It's all good. We move on. But then, Tuesday, or was it Monday? I don't know. I gave the idea for hardware, right? The AI trade is still holding up, guys. And I mean, come on, AI is happening. AI is happening. I don't want to talk about bubble. It hasn't popped. I'm not going to say it's popped until it's popped. If it pops, who knows? Okay, guys, AI is holding up, and a lot of the hardware peripherals, connectivity, networking, infrastructure build out, all the things. It's not only about the semiconductors anymore, is what I was saying the other day. And I brought a few names up that were showing relative strength that looked absolutely beautiful. It was this day right here that I said I like AAIO, and what was the other one that I said? GLW the most. And it was Monday or Tuesday's watch list. It was before this candle. Okay, why? I don't say that. I don't give a shit to be right. I'm not trying to be like, look what I saw it. Like, I don't care. Okay, I know this stuff works more often than not. Anyone who's been coming here for more than a couple videos understands Triple R is a hell of a model. Okay, it's my bread and butter. I've got 5 others. Come talk to me if you want. But my point that I'm making is, like, this is noticing relative strength, okay? And it just, all it did was retrace, react at or around the level, and remount the 9, and look at that. I mean, that was absolutely a beautiful move, but it showed me the broader sector is strong. And some of the names that I talked about that day, I mean, GLW, I said AAOI is my favorite, followed by GLW. That was pre-market. That video came out before this candle opened. I mean, guys, this is a Triple R. Retracement, reaction at the 50, does not break swing low. Okay, you pull back, you pop up, you pull back, hold the 50, don't break swing low, trigger. All right, I mean, that one already paid. That one paid yesterday. That's 2R right there. It's damn close enough. You better not lose money on it if anybody did take those. But anyways, guys, the point that I want to make here is that there is relative strength out there, and you can trade upside of price action if you would like. But again, the point I want to land on here is, even though the markets are correcting, it doesn't mean that I'm still not doing my job. My job as a trend continuation swing trader, knowing that the market is typically in an uptrend, is to look for strength, trend, and follow through. So like, that's how I found these the other day, because I was scanning the markets, like, what's strong right now? Well, hardware was strong. It's in a trend. It's got follow through. I mean, it's got accumulation volume. It's got all the stuff, okay? So, of course, I'm still doing that, and that is where those ideas came from. I mean, look at this. This is a leader in a trend backed by growing fundamentals, holding structure. So when it pulls back, it does not breach anything. The swing low is all the way down back here. Like, it didn't breach anything, okay? And it reacted, retracement, reaction, remount. Go for it. But as I said, even when these markets are corrective, it doesn't mean I still don't need to be looking for these, and it doesn't mean that I have to trade them. I said that the other day when I mentioned these names, among some others. I mentioned AMKR, AEIS, fuck, that's the day I mentioned that. I haven't even looked at these things here again yet. What else did we talk about? Oh yeah, this guy, MTSI, yeah, oh man. Anyways, like, your job is to still identify strength, and it's, again, sorry, I feel a little spinny now, I'm realizing, but it's not to say you must go in here and trade against the momentum of the market. The market's in a downtrend. But you need to be logging and moving these over into a focus list for when the market does clean up. So that is my job, is to continuously be watching for strong sectors in a down market, relative strength. Because when the market does switch back to a rally and uptrend, and we have the full momentum of the market, these things are likely to continue leading. So they must, I mean, yeah, I do it for me and for my people or whatever, but like you need to be looking around the markets and finding these things, guys. Okay. So, ask me for watch lists if you want. Come to Saturday session. We're going to dig a little bit deeper. But what today's would be aerospace. Okay. This is a sector that is also, I am noticing it is holding up decently. Let's do UFO as another ETF. Look at this, all-time highs on the UFO ETF. Guys, relative strength, okay? So that's my point here today, just as with hardware the other day, is some of this stuff is looking quite attractive. Retracement, reaction, remount. I mean, I think BWXT is breaking out to all-time highs. So it's like, no, don't chase that, okay? But if it pulls back into range and gives a shake and go, another one of my models, or just realize that it just broke out and any subsequent triple R's above this are high probability trades, especially when we get that market momentum behind us. So that's my point, guys. I just wanted to mention that aerospace and defense is holding up, looking quite attractive. A lot of these names are looking attractive. Here's another one right here. Wow, yeah, it looks pretty good to me. But do know that you must size properly given the market environment. Okay, that's all I want to say about that. And if you want this watch list, just ask. All I have to do is copy a link, put it in your comment. And let's move over to the other topic. I'll end on this here today. So people ask me from time to time, and because I'm so focused on swing trading, I don't mention longer term setups that often. And also too, like we need a corrective market for my longer term triple R's to set up, unless it's like maybe Netflix or something like that, things that pull off their highs before the market does. Like Netflix started pulling back before the markets really got ugly. Anyways, guys, yes, of course this stuff works longer term. Okay, the triple R is a retracement, reaction, remount. The retracement does not break the structure before it, meaning the pullback doesn't breach the prior swing low. What does that mean? It means that we're getting into trend continuation. Trends are higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, or the opposite for downside. But usually we're focusing on upside of price action in the US stock market. So yeah, it's the same thing on the monthly. So I'm just going to start pulling these things up for you guys here, right? There's a monthly triple R's on Apple. There's two ways to play this. This is triple R, meaning a stop goes below the recent swing low, and we have a 2R target from there. So that's why it's red or green. Did that happen? Did it hit 2R before sweeping that stop, before hitting the stop level? Okay, so 7 out of 13 of these did not do that or hit our 2R target. Okay, but also for those of you that are buy and hold, investing footing, tell me that this isn't a good time to DCA in. These are all green if you're looking at DCA. I mean, yes, it works. So I'll do a couple more of these really quickly, and then I want to show you the update I just made to the Tom tool, which is a tool that I'm making so that I don't have to make this argument every video that investing is easy. Guys, investing is easy. I have two models now on Tom tool, but either use the weekly RSI 30 trigger or use a monthly triple R trigger. All right, that's them on Google. One of them breached a swing low just barely here, right? So for the stop going below swing low criteria and a 2R, the triple R model, technically, this was what, 5 out of 6? 6 out of 7 here on Google, but from a DCA, dollar cost averaging in, every single one of these are green. Okay, so these are fantastic times to time the market. Of course, there's that saying that time in the market beats time in the market. Sure, yes, valid. I'm not arguing that point. But I'm showing you a way to time the market. You might wonder, how the hell do I get into Google? I'm an investor. I want to be holding Google. How the hell do I get into it? Triple R monthly, RSI weekly 30 triggers. Okay. So with all of that said, I'm going to show you the update I have made here to the Tom tool. Guys, this is a free tool currently. One day I'm going to have to put a price on it. Yeah, probably less than Netflix. What you pay for Netflix. I mean, it costs me money every day to run this and every series of alerts. I don't care. It's free right now. It's going to be free for a while as I continue to build out its feature set, add names, add explanations. I have a lot more I want to do. We're nowhere close to me charging money for this. It's free. If you sign up, you will get alerts for weekly RSI 30 triggers or monthly triple R triggers. That's the one I want to talk about. You can do the weekly RSI 30 right here. So guys, you can go in, you can set up your parameters, make it realistic to, your investing account. Again, this is an investing footing. I believe investing to be easy. Just do this. Okay, this is a fantastic way to time the markets. You're buying in extreme fear for RSI Weekly 30 triggers on the best companies, ETF, and indexes in the world. That's it. This is not speculation. This is blue chips. This is the real stuff. Okay, things where macro events pull these things off of their highs and they trigger at extreme fear oversold levels. And historically, let's just run the sim here. Fantastic time to DCA in to the best companies, indexes, and ETFs in the world. So all of the explanation is here. I did make another video on the channel that explains it a little bit deeper, but everything is on here, guys. You can hover. Tom will tell you what's good. There is a How Time Works page. There's a lot of stuff on here that is very intuitive. I'm trying to make this so simple. I'm literally trying to build a free money app. Like literally you sign up and it emails you when these things trigger, and from an investment footing, it's free money, okay? Extend your timeline out, just like it's free money. Okay, here's a monthly triple R. Let's do it on Netflix. All right, run that sim. Let's do, yeah, not everybody is running $50,000 investments. Let's do a $2,000 investment. You should be contributing to your investment account annually. You know, most would argue. Okay, so there's things that you can put in here, but if you don't want to contribute to the account annually, you just wanted to buy Netflix on an RSI. Yeah, we're doing RSI on we're doing a monthly triple R on this one. On a monthly triple R trigger with 60% of your available cash. Again, you can hover on all these things. It will tell you what's up. It will tell you why things are in there. There's a How Tom Works. And then if there are dividends, it will apply it. And then let's say, you know, about 2014, you should have been paying attention to Netflix. But let's just say since 2019, if I put $2,000 on an on a monthly triple R trigger into Netflix, you would have 6,000. Okay, like investing is easy. Investing is easy, and I'm building a tool that I'm growing in my passion about to prove it. All right, so look, I'm adding more and more names in here as we speak. I'm working with a lot of people. I'm trying to get video responses and Zoom calls and all this stuff done, but I'm building this for you guys as well too. Sign up. Listen, you'll get the alerts, okay, on the weekly RSI 30s and the monthly triple R triggers. I mean, guys, come on. This is it. This is all you have to do. Okay, from an investment footing. It doesn't matter. Like I don't even know which one to click on. Google, triple R triggers on Google since 2014. Google should have been on your radar in 2014. Okay, maybe you weren't investing. So let's say since April 20. I'm just clicking stuff, guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you click it. You should have done it. You would have made money. Whoa. I don't know. Fuck, man. Come on. This is all you have to do from an investment footing, all right? If you want to trade more actively, if you want somebody that is going to give a shit about your growth, about your discipline, your risk management, your frequency in these markets, all the stuff, 6 models, market breadth, risk management program, all of the stuff, somebody to talk to, okay? Do not go internal in this market, guys. That I know how dangerous that can be. It's one of them. I've paid for many mentors, but my most effective was a combination of some things, but really the most effective was a trading psychiatrist. And it really helped me to have someone to talk to. And he learned the way that I trade, and he held me accountable to what I did. I used to have to send him the CSV of my broker statement every week. And it really made me stop doing stupid shit because, I'm paying this man. He didn't want his time wasted with doing things that I said I don't do. Yeah, he's like, what the hell is this? And I had to answer for it. So anyways, the point that I'm trying to make was having someone to talk to and get out of my head was monumental in my journey. And guys, I'll take a call with you. I said this in the other video the other day. Like, if you want to talk to me before you do anything, you should. Okay, so email me, WarrenSnax@gmail.com. We can have a chat and see if this feels like a good fit for you. I'm not pressing. I really don't even like to talk about it, but what I like is my group and the people that I'm realizing I'm helping, that are telling me I'm helping them. And one of these days, we're going to be back into a follow-through market where we're going to be printing together, and you've all learned the more valuable lesson. How to pump the brakes, how to manage your risk properly, how to stop treating these markets like a fucking video game. All right, and pressing buttons, all right, because the markets are not the risk. The markets are an opportunity. We are the risk. We are the ones that can fuck this up. all right? And we're the ones responsible to not be manipulated. As I said earlier, yeah, Trump's going to say shit. But what if he said something when you had calls on and it rips the market? You're not complaining then. You're only complaining if you were overexposed or if it gave you a trade that went against you, right? That's the only time that we don't like it. Okay, well, you still need to understand the environment that we're in, a downtrend, a war, Trump president, headline sensitive environment, and you need to be sizing properly. All of that is on you, okay? It might be manipulation that causes it, but manipulation didn't cause you to oversize and try to call bottom in a downtrend. Gotta say that every time because it's important. Anyways, guys, thank you again so much for the outlet. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate every one of you for being here. I love you guys in boot camp. Let's just keep working. Let's get through this. We will be back into a clean follow through environment where we're going to make some money, and I am stoked to do that with you guys. All right, stay safe, manage your risks. Let's go make some money. I'll see you soon.